everyone, Dan Toombs, the curry guy here, and today I'm going to be doing some tandoori chicken in the tandoor. Obviously, there's lots of ways of doing tandoori chicken. There's lots of different marinades, and there's lots of ways of cooking them. For example, you could cook them on skewers on the barbecue. That's a really nice way of doing it. You could also try my video here, which shows how you can do it on the stovetop with a little bit of charcoal, and it gives it a nice tandoori flavor. But today I'm going to be actually doing it in my tandoor, and then I'm going to show you how I make the marinade. So first of all, I've already skewered a couple of skewers here with some chicken. I'm going to use a little bit more. Now this has been marinating for about 2 days, or I think this one's just 1 day. I'm going to be making some more with the other marinade that I make because there's a lot of videos I've got coming up, and I need some pre-cooked chicken. That's how I'm going to be doing it. When you put the chicken on the skewer, you want to kind of move it around like this. This applies to when you're doing it on the barbecue as well, because it just helps it stay on. So you're just kind of like building a windy path through there. And then take a potato, stick it at the end, and that will make sure that, you know, if they start rolling off, they're not going to roll off into the fire. They're going to stay on. The potatoes are a little bit harder than chicken, so they do tend to stay on. Sometimes they cook and they fall off, but for the most part, by that time, the chicken's all puffed up and nicely cooked, so it doesn't make a big difference. So I'm going to take this now. I'm going to put that right down there into the heat. And then I'm going to cover it just to help them cook there. And we'll come back in a few minutes. It only takes a couple of minutes with small pieces of chicken like that. We're going to come back when it's all nicely done, and you'll be able to see the results before we start making the marinade. All right, so these have been cooking for about 5 minutes, and as you can see, the intense heat in the tandoor has just made them perfect, almost perfect. I'm going to put a little bit of butter on each of these, a little bit of garlic butter. Butter always makes things a little nicer. Take that off. Hot. And to save you watching me do all that again, here, I'll just put a little bit of butter on here. Let's call this one finished. Look at this. This is going to be so nice. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Chicken doesn't get much better than this. All right, so let's see how that marinade was done. I'm not going to be following any recipe here, but you'll notice if you check against my book, that is very similar. Just because I'm making so much here, I'm just going to be throwing stuff in. But I will make sure that I put down in the ingredients roughly, what you need to do, so you don't have to just like watch it and figure it out. It'll all be written down there for you. So right now I'm going to take this chicken. That's a lot of chicken. It's probably about 2 kilos, maybe a little bit more. I just cut up a bunch of chicken breasts. I like chicken thighs too. So if chicken thighs have a lot more flavor, the chicken breast looks prettier. So it depends on what you want to have. I'm going to put about 2 limes. Lemons, you can put lemons on as well. Either will do. And then I'm going to add some garlic and ginger paste. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit of this. I wasn't going to. This is red food coloring powder. It is not necessary. It has no flavor. So if you want to get that tandoori look like you get at curry houses, you need to add a little bit of this. Like I say, there's no benefit to having it other than how it looks. I'd also say on the container, never add it directly to food like I'm doing here. But I've never seen a takeaway where they don't add it directly to the food. So I'll let you decide on that one as well. Problem is, the reason why you add it directly to the meat is because if you add it to the yogurt marinade turns pink, and you won't get that red appearance. It'll just be a pink, saucy gook. All right, so we got that. And now I'm going to add a sprinkling of salt, about 2 tablespoons of garlic and ginger paste. And we are going to just stir this right in while I finish off the marinade. So get that really nice and coated there. This is what you call the first marinade. So that's just kind of sitting there in the lime juice, give the chicken a nice tangy flavor. That's what that lime juice is going to do. But it's also going to start cooking the meat if I'm not really in a hurry up here. So we want to get some yogurt in there so that the yogurt works as a tenderizer and also for flavor. But it stops the lime juice doing its job and cooking things off. So I've got a big bunch of coriander here and a big bunch of chopped chilies. And take that out of the way. I'm going to put that right there. I'm just going to start pounding away at that. There was a time that I used to just take all this coriander and chilies and I'd put it in a blender with the yogurt. And do you know what happens? The yogurt just turns to milk almost. It just gets too thin. So you really don't want to be doing that. And over time I've learned a lot of things. That's one of them. I'll never go back to doing it that way. Okay, so I've got that down. It's nice. It's a nice paste now. And I'm going to just whisk this around, yogurt around there. I'll add this paste to it. Stir that in. And then to that paste, I am going to take about a tablespoon of coriander powder. That's cumin powder. A bit of coriander powder there. About a half teaspoon of turmeric. And some chili powder. Half teaspoon or so. Optional. And then so this is some of my homemade tandoori masala. You can use garam masala as well. Let's put a little bit, about a tablespoon of that in there. And now, secret weapon. That is Parmesan cheese, grated Parmesan cheese. And I'm just going to put that in there. You wouldn't think the Parmesan cheese goes into tandoori, Indian tandoori, but guess what? It does. Lots of chefs are using this now. It doesn't taste cheesy when it's done. It just gives it a nice crispy coating. Tastes spectacular. I'll move this right back over here. And this is going to go in there. If I were making something like butter chicken or something like that, I would probably use twice as much marinade because I like to use the marinade for the sauce. But I'm not going to be doing that in the next couple of days. So I'm just going to use enough to coat the chicken. And that's what you're going to get there. And we're just going to mix that up. So there you have it. I'm not going to test that. But yeah, thanks for watching. And hope to see you around here next time. I've got a lot more videos coming the way, so please subscribe. Thank you.